Okay. Wow. Happy Sunday, everyone. This is your show, Healthy Living with Boffa. Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. Welcome back today. I'm sure you're all waiting to celebrate this Christmas and the New Year. I can't wait either. And I'm sure you're all preparing for that. Can't wait to jump up and down, to dance, dine with my family, like the same way you're all going to do in the next few days, which we are going to have our Christmas celebration and enter into 2021. I'm your host, Betsy Olayinka Folarin Akinlosotu, aka Bofa. As usual, on this program, I like to bring to your awareness every time we are on this show, the purpose and objective of this program. We can't do without doing this. And why is this show alive today? It is nothing but to teach you how to nurture your body, mind, spirit, and our community. We also educate on this program how to discover yourself in terms of wellness. If you believe that wellness is about mind, body, spirit, environment, feelings, that is emotion, career, the job you do, community, and finances. Now, the question we are all going to ask ourselves today are these. How do you nurture your body? What do you feed your body with? Healthy or healthy foods? How do you feed your spirit? Your inner man. What is your purpose on earth? How impactful are you in your community and in your environment, especially in your family? How do you survive in life? Please answer to yourself all these questions. We're coming back to that if time permits. Today, on the nutrition segment, we will be teaching ourselves home cooking based on your health condition, especially at this time of celebration, Christmas and New Year season. And on interview segment, we have, as usual, an important personality who will be educating us on how to invest on farming business. Before then, let me inform you that we want to continue to show our appreciation to our loyal viewers, those that have been following us since the beginning of this program. That is about 3 months ago now. We started this incentive in the beginning of this program, but suspended it because of the platform that allowed us to change it. The good news is we are back on this project. And we will be giving out prizes starting from next week, Sunday. And how do we do this? So the idea is we will be asking questions on this program before we start any segment, and you, the viewers, are allowed to send your answer to this foreign number, +1 929 283 2653, or type your answer in the comment box on your right there YouTube channel. Before the end of the program, the first person to get the answer will win a cash prize. You can also send your questions on health and wellness related. What we have said or what we are talking about on this program, whatever we discuss on this program, you can send any questions to us to the same number I just mentioned, or to our Facebook Messenger box at Bofa Life Healthier, or to our Instagram page, and that is inbox, and that is Healthy Living with Bofa. Now, here are the questions. Are you ready? Get your pen and paper. I'm sure you can't wait to get this prize. We've been doing this and we want to continue doing so. From Earth Corner, the question on health section is this: what is plaque built up in the wall of the arteries that supply blood to the heart called? Last week, we were being educated on cholesterol, high cholesterol. Unfortunately, I didn't announce this. Otherwise, I know many people will have listened and paid serious attention to that slide. Anyway, we asked something related to that, which is going to repeat the same thing we taught last Sunday. And the answer is right there on health segment. You will get your answer from that slide today. So write down the question, and the question is, one more time, I'm going to read it. What is the plaque buildup in the wall of the arteries that supply blood to the heart called? What do we call it? What do we call the plaque buildup in the wall of the arteries that supply blood to your heart? The question from nutrition segment is this. I'm going to mention those food after the interview section when we get to nutrition section. So the question is, mention one food to avoid and one food to eat with artery disease. Mention one food. We're going to talk about the food to eat and not to eat with artery disease. And at the same time, we're going to educate you what artery disease it's all about today. So the answer to these questions are right there on both on health segment and nutrition segment. So you need to pay attention in order to answer these questions correctly. All right. Again, you can also send your questions if something you want to share publicly to the number mentioned earlier. It's not something you can share right here. You can send it to us, to that number. If you can send it to my personal number, please do so. You can also email me your questions. If you have any problem relating to health, diet, anything you want to discuss, as long as it's health and wellness related questions. I'm not going to answer the question I have no skills, experience, idea on. Please send it to my email, to that number I mentioned, or to my personal number if you're close to me. My email address is hlwbofa@gmail.com. Your answer will be sent to you within 24 hours. You'll get response within 24 hours. Right now, let's take a break. When we return, is Health Corner.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Living Healthy with Bofa channel. Now, today our topic is artery disease. Last week we discussed cholesterol and the high risk rates. This week, we'll be diving into artery disease causes and symptoms and treatments. Now, what will appear is our last week's topic, cholesterol, which has a very, very high impact in artery disease. Now, let's jump right into it. What is artery disease? Arteriosclerosis occurs when arteries get thick and stiff due to the buildup of fatty deposits, also known as plaques, on your artery walls. Peripheral artery disease is also called peripheral arterial disease. It's a common circulatory problem in which narrow arteries reduce blood flow to your limbs. Peripheral artery disease signs and symptoms include painful cramping in one or both of your hips, thighs, or calf muscles after certain activities such as walking or climbing stairs. Leg numbness or weakness, coldness in your lower leg or foot, especially when compared with the other. People may experience pain in areas in the buttocks. Pain in circumstances can occur in the leg and improve with rest or in the leg while exercising. Skin, cool skin, loss of hair on the legs, thinning of skin on the legs or urocells. Main cause of artery disease. Coronary artery disease is caused by a plaque buildup in the wall of the arteries that supply blood to the heart, called coronary arteries. Plaque is made up of cholesterol deposits. See, keyword. Plaque buildup causes the inside of the arteries to narrow over time. This process is called arteriosclerosis. Treatments. Various drugs can be used to treat artery coronary disease, including cholesterol-modifying medications, aspirin, beta blockers, calcium channel blockers. Treatments consist of self-care and blood thinners. Treatments include lifestyle changes, medication, angioplasty, and surgery. Number 1 is self-care, which have quit smoking, weight loss, physical exercise, and low-fat diet. Number 2, medications. Statin, anticoagulant, beta blockers, anti-anginal, and calcium channel blockers. Number 3, medical procedure, coronary stent, and coronary angioplasty. Lastly, surgery, coronary artery bypass surgery. Now let's look at our key takeaways. Key takeaway. Number 1, note that the growth of cholesterol plaque blocks blood flow in the arteries. Number 2, fatty plaque, also known as fatty deposits, which build up in the arteries. Number 3, these deposits are made of cholesterol, fatty substances, cellular waste products, calcium, and fibrin, a cloth material in the blood deposits. Lastly, plaques begin in artery walls and grow over years. Now, bottom line. People who have high cholesterol are at risk of atherosclerosis artery disease. There's no cure for artery disease. The only prevention is by minding what goes on into your mouth. That's all for today. This is your host signing off. Remember, I love you, God loves you, and love yourself. I will turn you over to my host, where she can teach you more about the prevention of artery disease.
Okay, welcome back to interview segment, which you'll all be waiting for. I know you can't wait to see who we have on the program today as our guest. And it's someone you all know, a very reputable person, a man with integrity, a man who has served the nation, a man who has dedicated his life for humanity. It's a leader, it's a friend, a great mentor, a role model. Is here with us today on the program as our guest. Let me welcome Honorable Prince Ayodeji Abass Aleshinloye on the program today. I think I muted him. Honorable, can you hear me, sir? Is at the event today. It's just been busy all the time. Okay, while we're waiting for our guests to come in, let's take a break. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, can you put it, hold on.
Yes,
You can
yes,
see
yes,
your
I'm with
camera.
you.
Can you put it on video, please?
On video. Okay.
Yeah, video, please.
On video. Okay. I'm with you. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
No, I can't see you. On the bottom, just click on the video right there on the bottom.
Yes, it's good. It's on.
We can't see you, sir. Can you, in the bottom, you see stop video. You just click on it. It'll put you on camera. All right, so while we are waiting for our guests to reconnect, maybe we should just jump right into our nutrition segment today. If our guests come back, then we'll come back to, interview segment. So we don't want to waste, our time on the program because everybody has to go back home or sleep, do certain things to prepare for tomorrow.
I'm with you. Can you see me? I'm
Oh,
with you.
okay.
Is it the network?
We can see you on, but we can see your camera on. Okay,
I
you
just see
want
my
to
camera
click on
on.
the bottom of the Zoom, you see video right there. Click on it. If you can't come on live show, like your camera can, give us your face, maybe we can just go on with the audio. But people want to see, they want to know if we actually, oh,
Can you see me?
yes, we can see you now. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Prince. God bless
All
you.
right. Okay.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Okay, let's welcome our leader, our friend, a great mentor, a role model, like I just said before I, bump into another thing. Honorable Prince Ayodeji Abass Aleshinloye. Honorable Abass Aleshinloye was born 57 years ago into a royal family of the first Olubadan of Ibadan land. He graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University at Goiwe, where he studied microbiology. He later went to the premier university in Nigeria, the University of Ibadan, for a postgraduate diploma. Honorable Abass Aleshinloye is a Nigerian politician and author. Prince's professionalism is in media and advertising. He currently serves I guess it's going to connect. Don't worry about it. Honorable Abass Aleshinloye currently serves as chairman of Oluyole Local Government and chairman Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, that is ALGON, in your state. Prince is a businessman, a politician, and also a farmer. The reason why we are on the program today. Prince, you're welcome on Healthy Living with Bofa.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. It's nice to be here.
Thank you so much. Let me first of all appreciate you for honoring our invitation to be on the program today. I know it's not easy. It's been so active and busy for you, but for the love you have for your people, you find your way into this program. I know right now is at one event, which is very important, and yet it still finds its way to join us. So I want to appreciate you for doing this. Thank you so much. God bless you for that.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. Now, let's quickly, I know you have a limited time to stay with us now, so I'm not going to take much of your time. So let's go right into the questions today. Now, please tell us, how has experience challenges been like as a father, as a politician, public official, and as a farmer? I know you have a farm and it's just too big for me to visualize it right here. Please tell us, how has it been? Tell us the challenges, the experience, and so on in few minutes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for having me. And I'm very sorry about the network issue, the situation here in Nigeria is the network. And I had to move into my car here to have it. Stay indoor there, the network is not so good. Yes, it's not been too easy to be a farmer. Let me just say, first and foremost, I am an average farmer. You may say my farm is big, and but in my dialect here in Yoruba land, so if you say your own, you have a big farm, it's because you have not been to another man's farm before.
That's right.
I'm an average farmer. It's been very challenging, honestly. It's not been very easy. Challenging one in the
network. Okay, that's the network for you.
Most farmers find it very difficult in raising funds to start with. Most farmers are not scientifically based in Nigeria here. Of course, in an advanced country, you have supportive agencies that will give you the climate, what the climate says, what it does not say. Of course, I Google all these things. I can find my way. But the challenges that is most there for us, especially in Nigeria now, that affects everybody, including myself, is transportation, access to your farm.
We're going to be experiencing this with the little period we're going to have with our guests, because it's not in an environment that is very conducive for him to be on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yes, for you to bring all your harvested fruits, crops out from the farm is another big challenge for myself and other farmers in Nigeria here. You see, there is no way. There are so many perishable goods. For example, if you talk of tomato, we haul it out in large quantity from my farm. But how do you raise before you get to the market? It's a very big thing, problem.
Okay. We've heard, a little about the challenges and the
not even myself as a farmer alone, think of other farmers who are not as big in farming as me or as my own farm. So these people, these challenges, they don't have means of transportation. If these perishable goods should stay 2 or 3 days, they are finished, which means they can't get anything back as their own game. So the most difficult challenges that we have now throughout Nigeria, everywhere, nooks and crannies, is the issue of security. You can be farming. Only about a week ago, that a farmer in Ibarapa.
All right, we just lost our guest, so we're going to continue waiting for him to reconnect.
Area, who is also a farmer as well, was gunned down, was killed.
Wow.
In his farm. So by Fulani herdsmen, or supposedly Fulani herdsmen. And so people are being attacked on the farm. A personality like Chief Olufalaye was attacked on his farm. About 38 or 70 something, whatever the figure is, were attacked and hacked down to death in Borno of recent. So I also have that security challenges. There was a time that I went to the farm with some policemen. That was in May, April or May this year. And we saw these Fulani herdsmen on my farm.
Wow. This is a big challenge, and it is so scary. It is so scary in the sense
They
that
were even uprooting this cassava and feeding their cows. And we met them with the policemen. Some of them were arrested. They were later released. These are some of the serious challenges that we have, apart from the global challenges of the climate change. You can't predict when it will rain. The rain doesn't come when you expect. For example, this last year, we couldn't have corn because the rain, we couldn't have second year corn because of the fact that the rain stopped at the time. These are some of the glaring challenges. I'll be able to espouse both the general challenges.
Wow. So we have a lot of challenges when it comes to farming, and which can affect the business and the whole agricultural system in Nigeria. And this security, the insecurity.
Honestly, if I may say it, the general challenges is the most obvious thing that's affecting almost everywhere in Nigeria. Thank you.
So, Prince, let's move on, because we've had many farmers, many farmers from Nigeria coming on the program as our guests. We have engineer Bosoye Olaliri, we have Senator Babafemi Jidu on the program, and they come on the same platform you came into. And they've told us a lot of things when it comes to agriculture in Nigeria and as a farming business in Nigeria. So now I'm going to move to, we still have more questions on that. Can you hear me? All right. Can you turn your,
yes, I'm back.
You turn your camera, your device, turn your device like this, because you're turning upside down. Just turn your device, and so that we can have your face, position.
Is it okay?
No, it's still, I'm not sure, maybe you get what I'm saying. You can just turn it this way, or you want to turn it this way, because you're facing this side instead of facing this way. I'm not sure if you can see my hands the way Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Honorable? Okay. All right. Let's see if it's gonna get it right. All right. So he just told us the insecurity, transportation, and other things that could be the challenges when it comes to agriculture, farming in Nigeria. And I'm sure our government will do something to this by 2021. We pray that everything is taken care of. We overcome all this in May, because it's so scary And it's annoying when we just call that we lost our family, we lost our friends to this insecurity in Nigeria. So the government need to do something. Prince, can you hear me now?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, now let's move on. I want to touch quickly on your administration. One of your major priority of your administration as a local government chairman is delivery of qualitative healthcare. You built rehabilitation health centers across
Yeah.
all local government,
Yes.
them with drugs and other facility required to function optimally. Your administration also partner with several
Across all the world.
organizations for quality healthcare for your people. Among this is
Yeah.
the of surgery and free, eyeglasses for people.
Yes, the one with there are some will partner with you with your people there.
Okay. So why do you think the question on that? Because I've seen things you have done. I've known you now over, I'm going to say maybe 8 or 9 years, and I've seen with my eyes what you have done for your people, even when you are not in the government. I know what you have done. Now tell us, why do you think all these provisions are necessary for your people? Because not everybody think the same way you think. Not all the politicians do this. So there must be something that makes. Can you tell us?
Come again, the summary of that question, because I lost you when you were saying it.
All that you have done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Why do you think
yes.
all these provisions are necessary for your people?
It's very important for them, because if you talk of the primary health care is very, very important. You see, in local government, this
Okay. I think we're going to bring Prince back.
in local government system, we are talking of grassroots governance. That is, it is not easy for everybody within your area in all the wards to go to Agodi, for example, in Oyo State, in Ibadan here, to go to Agodi and see the governor. Likewise, it's not easy for everybody to go to Abuja and say he wants to see the president. The one way, is only the chairman that is at the grassroots living with the own people. So for me, the very first thing that I believe
Wow.
the primary health care services at the grassroots, and each of the ward to make sure that each of the wards they have at least one health center. There are some wards that have more than 5 health centers, but each of the ward must have at least an area, must have at least one health center. And also we have a mobile clinic that you converge in schools in areas. You go there, you check people, you check them. So many people just die cheaply because they don't know that they have some certain ailments within them. So if you do check up for them, you see that they have high blood pressure, you see that there is a sugar in their blood. So of course,
we're going to be experiencing this, in and out of this internet problem in Nigeria. And besides, is in a local area today, and there's nothing we can do to that. So we're going to be experiencing that. Okay.
by giving them medication and providing necessary assistance before they go to for secondary health care services. At our own level, at the local government level, is primary health care. For people who want to give birth to, there are a lot of childbirth, death at childbirth that we have been able to avoid. We have been able to put a stop to. As in the we had a comprehensive primary health care center where there is a doctor quarters that was provided, nurses quarters, all this was provided. This we did to make it like a kind of a prototype for all that we want to have
Okay. Prince, I'm not sure if you can hear me. Can you hear me? All right. So we lost him again. It's going to be back shortly.
In
Prince, let
all other
me
words
ask you
of
this.
the
I know.
yeah,
Listen, is it? I know this thing is something that government, whether local government, states, and federal, must do in a country. But now,
yeah.
you have people coming to you to tell you that, oh, honorable chairman, we need this, we need that, or you know that this is necessary for people, and let me do it for them because they are right. Because all this you are doing, you have other local government which are not doing the same thing. So what is exactly the reason, the motivation, something that you think? Because many people will get the money and pocket it. So why do you choose to do it? Why others refuse to do it?
Yes, first and foremost, let me tell you that activism actually brought me into this politics. I was a member of Campaign for Democracy, where we agitate, where we criticize government with power. So where I have been as a student leader, we know so much. Some of these things we've been criticizing the government outside. So when you get there, of course, some of the things that we know that people ordinarily should ask for, they are entitled to as a matter of right, fundamental human rights. So these are the things that we believe we should do.
Good. Thank you so much. Now let's go back to farming business. Now you are a politician, and you have a profession in media and advertising business.
And again,
Why do you transition from politics, advertisement into farming?
oh, not from politics. I'm a professional in politics. I'm not a professional politician.
Okay.
I have my job. I have been working. I started working from African Concord magazine. I was the science writer. I read science. I was a science writer, and my parents are agriculturists. So I took after them. And also, I have a communication outfit which deals with outdoor advertising, billboards, and all branding, and all sorts of that. So I first and foremost am a prophet.
So the farming business is something that is a family thing. So he took after his farm father.
So it's very important to be first and foremost to be a professional, so that if anything happens, if you don't win, and that is why we have practice, we have corruption in the polity. Because if you don't have a job, the moment you leave office, the moment your party did not win, you start doing what you ought not to do. So I have something to fall back to. I have my profession, I have my farm. And I found out that most of the time when I come to serve like this, my farm, my business suffers. Even though because I need to see some things myself. So people will run into
He said something that I really love. He said you fall back to something when the politics is not on your own side. When you are not in the system, you will see something to fall back into. And that's the word I want you to take in your right hand today. I mean, left hand, sorry, so that you don't eat it to shop food. So, Prince, are you there? Can you hear me? All right. So let's see if it's going to reconnect. Today is.
people who are coming after me that want to govern at grassroots to have a knowledge of the spread at
Okay.
grassroots.
All right. Praise.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for answering that
Thank
question.
you.
Now, on this issue on farming, what does it take to be a farmer? What do I have to put in place? What do I have to do?
Yeah.
Do I have to go to college or any school, or do I have
Yeah.
to learn or train
Yeah.
somebody before I can see myself as a farmer? What do I have to do?
Yeah, anybody can be a farmer. You must have that passion. The passion must be there.
Okay.
You must be ready. You have passion for farming,
Mhm.
and then you can now upgrade yourself. You can learn more. You can
Okay. In anything you want to do, I believe passion is the first thing.
yes, yes. It's the first thing. Then the federal government is doing wonderfully well in the area of agriculture. I must tell you,
Okay.
they are making loans, facilities available, and training, retraining for farmers everywhere. This government, more than any government, I can say it anywhere, is doing more for farmers. And that's why Nigeria has rice today producing. So lots of millions that we are losing out in buying rice. Now our farmers have rice. Not until when they increase the price of that bag of rice. That government is opening border now. There will be competition again. So for me, you must have that.
Hmm. Passion, 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 passion. For everything you do in life, you need to have passion. You must have passion for it. Otherwise, you won't do it right.
Then every other thing will follow. You can avail yourself opportunity of reading about farming in Google. You do. It's a technologically inclined world now. So people can go online and be able to Google and be able to you can develop yourself by farming.
Yeah, that
Ordinary
is
farming at
true.
your background, you are a farmer. Yeah,
Yes, true.
ordinary
Now,
farming at your
please,
background, at your backyard, you are already a farmer.
okay. I know here in the state, if you have a house, you can start planting. I have a couple of friends, Americans, that plant behind
Yeah,
their house. They have a little garden, plant
yeah,
vegetable, pepper, and so on, some fruits that you can get
yeah. It's important.
from your backyard. That is done here. But when we are talking about farming as a business, you need a
I have ram, I
large,
have goat, I
large.
have cow, turkey,
Now,
chicken.
okay, go ahead. Because I was going to ask you what type of farming, what do you plant, what do farm on? So I was going
Yes,
to ask you,
yeah, we
just
have we do crop farming,
okay,
then we do livestock farming too.
okay.
Like I said, we have chicken for sale in this period now in my farm. We have turkey for sale. Then we also have ram, goat, ram and goat. We have them. We have, and as I bring samples before I take them to my farm, I put them in my backyard
Yeah, I
to
saw it last time I
experiment
went
with
to
it.
your house. Yes.
Yes, yes. So you see, before we now take them.
Wow. Yes, this is awesome. This is, or I just want him to say it live because I don't want to speak for
This
him.
this is what I mean by saying passion. If you have passion for it, of course, you will go a long way.
Yes, that's true. Thank you so much,
Thank
Honorable,
you.
for telling us all
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, let me
Thank
ask
you.
you a question. There are many ways to improve farm production, such as practicing seasonal soil rotation, early and effective planting, and so on. How can
Yeah.
farm production be improved in Nigeria today? You've told us all the challenges. How do we come
Yes,
against those challenges?
yes, yes. First and foremost is for the farmers to get inducement, to get encouraged, especially that.
Hmm. So, if you want to become a farmer, you want to do a farming business, be encouraged. That-
They will have plowed the land or cleared the land for planting, but without resources, money. And that's why I say this Buhari government is doing wonderfully well in that area. Give it to them. You may say anything about this government. When you talk of people who want to domesticate Nigeria farming and then make sure that people get involved and help farmers, this government is doing wonderfully well in that area. So
Okay.
if they have resources, you can get them encouraged. If they have resources, you can get them encouraged. If you do uh, training for them,
Mhm.
farmers, there was a training that I went to from Federal Ministry of Agriculture. They call all the farmers, including those who are learned and those who cannot read and write. and they came to their level, giving them that pep talk.
Wow. So you just had our guests telling us what you need to do to improve.
How they can manage their farms and how they can manage their livestock, and how when to expect rain, when not to expect rain, what has to be done on the issue of fertilizer. And this government is also making fertilizer available to them. So I think the government, what is being expected for the farmers, this government is about the first government that will do that. You can call them anything in any other area. In terms of agriculture, Buhari government has done wonderful work.
Wow. Now, Prince, if I want to start farming business now, do I just go to Nigeria and buy a plot of land and start farming? Or there are particular soil that I have to purchase that will give me, if I want to do crop business now, do I have to examine, send somebody to go and do feasibility study and see where I can get the right, land, the soil that will bring my, produce, whatever I'm going to plant? Do I have to do that, or I just buy any land and start farming?
Yes, there are two ways to do it. You can do that. There are soil scientists. Soil scientists, they can advise you. Of course, you can also use native intelligence. Where do they plant this in this area? Is it this land? Is for yam? Oh, people here they plant yam. You will know that, of course. If you plant yam there, it will make it come. But in area where you don't have tradition in that area, you can employ
Okay, you just had it. If you want to do farming business, which I think is very lucrative because food is very important. They said food is panacea to health. Oúnjẹ làwọ̀ ara, òun lọ̀rẹ́ àwọ̀. See, everything is, the rest will be taken care of. So we must plant for tomorrow if we really want to have enough food in our country. We have to start now so that we don't go hungry tomorrow. Honorable, I'm sure you are on. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, that's our network problem.
So summarily, there is need for soil sampling, especially, for example, if you look at rice, planting rice, you need a water, an area where you spend water for you to plant rice. So you can't just go to an area and say, I want to plant rice. So there is tradition that in the middle belt, the yam germinates very well. You don't need any rocket science to tell you to plant yam in that area, in Benue, in Abuja area. So, but there are some areas where there is no tradition, where you do soil testing to know which of these, what can I plant here.
Okay, I think we're going to bring Prince back on the program where he's going to have time for us to tell us in details, give us the precise and extensive, information on farming business. So please bear with us for all this, internet interruption, network interruption. There's nothing we can do to that in Nigeria right now. Maybe tomorrow or maybe 2021, things will be better than now. But at this time, you just have to take it as it is. So we're going to bring Prince back next time because I really enjoy what we are discussing. Prince, I'm just telling, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but the network is not bringing the image.
This is what we're going to do. And because people are sending message now that we should bring you back, they can't hear you. And what you are discussing is very vital and important. This is one of the essential discussion we should be discussing on this program. So I am going to apologize to our people, and I'm going to request you can come back on the program. We discuss about it. All your people are sending messages, telling us that we can't hear Honorable, we can't hear Prince, we can't see him, and we really want to hear this. So we're going to bring you back on the program because we still have a lot of important questions that we need to discuss on the program. Unfortunately, we have to move on to our segment, which is our nutrition segment at this time. So Prince, let's bring you back next time. The next
yes.
so I'm going to apologize to your people. I'm telling them to please bear with us. Apologize for that. So Prince is coming back next time.
Is the network? I will come back. I will surely come back.
They have bombarded me with messages. I can't bear. Please, Prince, come back. All right. So let's leave you now so that you can pay attention to your program over there. Next time we'll see you. Thank you so much for coming on, Prince. God bless you. God honor you. Thank you. All right, so we can deal with this internet problem in Nigeria at this time. And besides, it's not in the right place to give us the best on this program. So we're going to move on to our nutrition segment. Now, we have been educated on what artery disease is all about and the treatment. On nutrition segment today, let's look at the food we should all eat and we shouldn't eat if you have artery disease or if you think you are at risk of artery disease. Now, what are the food we can eat to prevent? Let's talk about that first. If you want to prevent artery disease, you don't want this to happen to you, we've been taught what artery disease is all about. It is when I don't want to tell you the answer to your questions. So I want you to, maybe you're going to watch this video, our video on YouTube to answer the question. You can still send your question anytime. We're going to look at it and see who got the answer right. So don't worry, if it is 2 or 3, we need 3 people to win the prize. So don't worry about it. So let's quickly run through the food we should eat to prevent artery disease or to maintain it if you are. But first thing I want you to know is artery disease is something that you cannot cure. You can't cure it. It's incurable. You can't. So you have to prevent it now. You don't want to. And in the United States today, we so much appreciate and cherish what we call preventative care. You have to learn how to see your doctor regularly. You have to check yourself at least once a year. It's recommended. You can't be operating on this earth without checking that system, that body you carry around all the time. It is very important. It is when you check your body with your doctor, you will realize if your body needs maintenance, just like the car you drive all the time. If something that cannot talk, like your car, can just stop while you are driving or start giving you noise, annoying noise, what do? You repair it immediately. Now, you that walk every day, you stress yourself, you go up and down all the time, and you can't even take one day, leave one day aside and check that system, check that body to see what is wrong with it, to see if this body is in balance, is in good position. It is very important we do that. I've had so many experiences when it comes to health issues in life, and I took care of myself. And today I'm free. I didn't let it happen at all. Immediately I discover it, I jump right into it, and that is it. Imagine if I ignored my body. What will have been the result today? So it is very important we check our body regularly with our doctor. At least one time checkup once a year, it is advisable. So let's run through the food we must eat. Don't get me wrong, I have to correct this. If I tell you on this program to eat certain food, I am not specifically telling you or forcing you to eat that food. You know why? There is no right or wrong when it comes to diet. You just have to create food diet for yourself. And you know why you're going to do that? You're going to do that based on bio-individuality. I can't say, I can't teach, I can't lecture without saying this word. Bio-individuality means one man's food is another man's poison. What that means is if I eat food, a certain food, and it works better for my body, that doesn't mean it's going to work better for your own body. That is the meaning of bio-individuality. And you know why come into the system, bio-individuality? It's because of your blood type. I tell people that diet, anything you eat, has to do with your blood type and your genotype. We may be carrying the same genotype or blood group, but the food we are going to eat will not work for both of us. Because why? Your immune system is different from my immune system. If I eat peanut long time ago, before I realized that peanut was the problem for my acne, it took me more than 20 years to realize that. Maybe because I don't have experience I have today then. But immediately I realized that this is the problem in my life. I stopped it. Why? Because I was able to pay attention to my body. I was able to take note of the reaction, allergy, side effect of whatever I put into this mouth. And everything that has to do with health problem, infections, rashes, everything, I don't experience them. So that is what I want you to do today. If you are eating certain food, listen to your body. See the reaction. Watch out for allergies. What do you discover? What do you notice? What do you see in your body? Do you feel any sickness or dizziness or anything? Are you having headache? Do you have rashes on your body? You just look at what happened after you eat certain food, including what you apply on your skin and the exercise you do as well. They all have signs. They must give you signs, reaction. And this is how you discover that this thing is not good for me, that is good for me. And when you realize that that food is giving you reaction, stop it and substitute it with another food. You will also get the same nutrients from the same food you are going to substitute it with. And that is why you have to know what you are eating. Anytime you want to eat or you want to buy any food from the store, from the market, know what you are getting from that food before you purchase it. If you are looking for food that is going to give you all the nutrients, you have to know that type of food that will give you protein, vitamin, carbohydrate, minerals, fat, and so on. You don't just go to the store to purchase food because you are hungry. You don't go to the store to purchase food because you want to restock your food storage. No, it doesn't work that way. If we can notice and pay attention and take proper control of all this I said, I promise you, We won't be in and out of the hospital. We won't get sick. Now, let's look at the food we can eat to prevent artery disease. Of course, number one, fresh fruits and vegetables. You see, increasing your intake of plant-based food will definitely improve heart disease and help you and myself prevent heart attack and sudden cardiac arrest. Both the fruits and vegetables, you know what they contain? They contain healthy amounts of nutrients, plus the food that has low cholesterol, low calories, which can help you and I maintain a healthy weight as well. Now, when you eat variety of frozen fruits and vegetables, if you can't get that, or you can eat fresh selections, choose low sodium canned vegetable. If you can't get that as well, you can also get dry one. There are a lot of dry fruits you can snack on. Even though the canned food are considered processed and refined food, we don't recommend this. But make sure you choose, because a lot of people don't have access to fresh food. They have access to frozen. Frozen is advisable because it's from the farm to the freezer. It's a kind of a way of, preserving those fruits or vegetables. So those are good for you to buy. I mean, frozen food. But the canned vegetables, we don't recommend that. But if you have no choice, meaning that there's no frozen or fresh fruit around you, go for low sodium canned vegetables. It is very important we take note of this. Then the next one I'm going to mention is whole grain. Whole grains are nutrient dense and they are excellent source of fiber. When I say fiber, fiber will give you digestion. It will make you to move your bowel. You don't have constipation when it comes to fiber. So when you eat food that didn't have enough fiber, you will have constipation, indigestion will take place, and some people have gas. And what do? You start thinking of detoxing your system. Now, the benefit you get from whole grain is not only fiber, but they can regulate your cholesterol level and blood pressure. So your good choices of whole grain food includes 100% whole grain breads, high fiber cereals, brown rice, whole grain pasta, oatmeal, and more. The next food I'm going to mention is healthy fats. Healthy fats, all healthy fats are monosaturated fat and polyunsaturated fat. And this can be found in olive oil, canola oil, flaxseed, nuts, and seed. You can also get cholesterol-lowering margarine. Margarine, we call it butter. So it has to be the one that is very low in cholesterol, like no cholesterol in that. You can also get fat-free or low-fat dairy products such as milk, yogurt, sour cream, and cheese. And the last food I'm going to mention is lean proteins. Lean proteins like beans. When you hear the word lean, it means it can be lean fish, lean meat, lean beans. They are all considered meat or not without skin. That is the meaning of lean. And the options include type of fish that are rich in omega-3 fatty acid. And this includes salmon and other cold water fish. I'm going to quickly mention some other lean, protein. And these are eggs, soybeans, lean ground meat, skinless poultry, and more. Now, let's talk about the food that you must avoid. The food you must not eat if you want to prevent artery disease. Please and please avoid white bread. If you eat white bread, you're only eating sugar. Unhealthy carbohydrate, that's what you just eat. And when you eat carbohydrate, such as unhealthy carbohydrate, they turn to sugar in your body. And if you have diabetes, definitely you must not eat white bread and dark white rice. So please avoid white bread, frozen waffle, donuts, biscuits, egg noodles. That's what I mean by egg, and corn bread. Also avoid butter. If you want to eat butter, make sure that you eat healthy one that is made with olive oil, avocado. These are okay. Avoid gravy. If you live in America, you know what I mean. Gravy is a syrup, like a sauce they put on mashed potato. So you want to avoid it for now to prevent, if you have it, you have artery disease, or you want to limit all this in order to prevent it. Also, you want to avoid non-dairy creamers, fried foods. You see, I don't fry anything in my house. The only thing I fry in my house is plantain, and I use only 2 tablespoons to fry 1 plantain, and they come out good. And I only use olive oil to fry. So you also want to avoid fried food. You can bake your meat, all your meat, including fish, meat, beef, poultry. You can bake them, put them in your oven. You'll see it coming out really good. And if you don't have access to oven, there's a lot of ways you can do it in Nigeria without frying. We have, smoked fish there. They don't fry it. So you want to avoid fried food, processed meat, pastry. You want to avoid cake, white bread. I mentioned that earlier. This is totally out of what you can eat. Junk food, potato chips, cookies, pies, ice cream, all these carry too much, high cholesterol, and that's the cause of this artery disease. Now, let's quickly recap what we just discussed. You want to keep fruits and vegetables readily available. If you can't find fresh one, look for frozen one or low sodium canned vegetable. The next one is you want to reduce food portions. Don't eat too much. It's not about the quantity of the food you eat. It is about the quality of food you eat. I don't eat too much, but when I eat healthy food. And they're like this. People that knows me when I eat, I don't eat much. So when you eat too much of food, you gain weight. And why are you gaining weight? Because the food that you eat contains a lot of sugar, sodium, calories, and stuff. And that makes you gain weight. So if you reduce it, you take it in a portion, you won't gain weight and you won't have all these health issues we are talking about. So the next one is you want to cook with herbs. That's where I'm coming to. Cook with herbs. we're going to be talking shortly home cooking. There are lots of herbal seasoning that you can use for cooking, such as parsley, oregano, ginger, garlic, turmeric, and so on. I don't use curry in my house. I substituted that one with turmeric. Anything I cook turmeric. I put turmeric as my curry. Garlic, I blend it with my pepper to make African sauce. I mean ginger, sorry, I don't eat garlic. I must tell you, because the smell, I can't stand it. So I substitute that my garlic with ginger, but I take ginger. I use it for concoction, agbo. I use it for my jollof rice, any fried rice. I blend it with my pepper to make sauce. I use it for so many things. And oregano, you put it when you boil your meat. Parsley as well. You also add it to your pepper, your sauce, African sauce, or your fried rice, whatever rice you want to make. So you want to make use of this herbal seasoning. It's you see them in the store. They are not expensive. You see, sometimes we think that things that are very expensive are the most quality things. No, it is not. We're going to discuss about that on this show. Because when you buy quality things, the expensive thing, you think is going to work. A lot of things I've tested, and they're very expensive, and they're not giving me the reason why I bought them. And when I buy the cheap ones, oh my goodness, they work effectively. So it's not about the quantity or the quality. The cost, the expensive part of it. It is about the effectiveness that you're going to get from that thing that matters. So you can go to the store and get cheaper things and you still get good results. It is effective for what you're using it for. So go to the store and grab lots or some of herbal seasoning. They are there for you to use. Please do so. It's for your health. Let's prevent it now. And the last one I want you to do is you want to read the food label to know the food nutrition facts. Don't just buy food because you are hungry. I said it before. Or you want to refill your food storage. No. Read the label. Read the food label. It's right there. If you have diabetes, I know your doctor will have told you to avoid anything sugary. If you have high blood pressure, same thing. High sodium, you have to do away with that. You have to avoid those things. So when you grab anything from the store, look at the nutrition facts and see what you should eat or what you should not eat, if it is stated in that fact. It is very important we do this. Now, let me leave you with this today. And this is the facts I want you to remember. And I will appreciate if you can meditate on this daily. Artery disease, we call it atherosclerosis. Is what we call cholesterol deposition in the walls of artery that leads to reduced blood flow to the limbs. Here is the fact. There is no cure for artery disease. So you want to make sure you don't be a victim. You don't have that disease because it's incurable. But the good news is dietary modification can help you lower your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and improve your overall health. And as a result, you can reduce your risk of complications like heart attack, stroke, or sudden cardiac arrest. And lastly, please, this is where I'm coming. We are all rushing to the store and do shopping for food. We want to dine and wine with our family. That is good. We don't want to make sure that that is done only for Christmas or when we are celebrating anything in our family or in the country or in the whole world. Let us practice more home cooking to prevent ourselves from infections, germs, damage, the ingredient used in cooking food for you outside will cause to our body. You know why you want to do more cooking, more home cooking? You want to do that because you don't know. You know nothing about the food someone prepared for you. You don't know if the ingredients they use to prepare it for you. If you go to the store, the restaurants to buy food, and your doctor has advised you not to eat food that is high in sodium, probably you have high blood pressure. So if you go to these restaurants, are you going to tell the restaurant or the cook that, please reduce the salt, don't have this, don't have that? Or you are going to go to the store with your seasoning and give them, use this for me? This is impossible. If you prepare your food in your house, you will know the certain amounts of seasoning you will put, the salt, you know the measurement of what you put there. Or better, you don't put it at all. Some people don't eat salt, and their food will still taste good because we have some other seasoning that tastes really good and they are healthy. So you cooking at home will not only save you from those unhealthy ingredients, it will also save you money, because the food you are going to purchase for 10,000 naira at that restaurant will cost you less than 10,000 naira to buy that ingredient and go home and cook them. So it saves you money right there. So food cooked by someone you don't know, someone you cannot control or give directive on how to cook the food, or tell the ingredients you want in that food, can be a toxic, a poisonous substance to your body. Please think about this. My advice today, especially during this time of celebration, is to please do more home cooking. Cook good, nutritious, healthy food for your family and see your health improving. I wish you all good health. And that is all on Healthy Living with Bofa today. Don't forget to type in your answer to our questions. The questions are: what is plaque? Build up in the wall of the artery that supply blood to the heart core. The second one is: mention one food to avoid and one food to eat with artery disease. Thanks for joining us today on this program. We appreciate your love, your dedication, commitment, your loyalty, and your support. You're the best. God bless you all. In case you're joining us for the first time, this is Healthy Living with Bofa, educating you on health, wellness, nutrition, and self-discovery. Live every Sunday on this program, 7:30 p.m. Nigerian time, 1:30 p.m. US time, and 6:30 p.m. UK time. We love to have you back on this program next Sunday and always. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels for notification immediately we start this program and for more videos. Until next week, we meet again. I remain your host, Betsy Olayinka Folarin Akinlosodu, aka Bofa. Be well, safe, and healthy. Merry Christmas to you all. Have fun and enjoy your Christmas and celebration with precautions in place. Good night. Love you, and God love you too. Bye.